Do you think that Tesla will reach $10 trillion in the future, like the bulls, or do you think otherwise, like the bears? The majority of experts are bullish about Tesla's potential to reach $10 trillion in the next years, and you won't want to miss the reasons behind their optimism. Many think that Tesla, with its nearly single product, the robotaxi, is about to become the largest company in the world. The Tesla robotaxi is creating enough buzz in the car business, even if it is still in the early phases of development. Elon Musk has projected that the rideshare and hotel industries may be disrupted by the Tesla robotaxi fleet. He said that the autonomous robotaxi network from Tesla would operate similarly to the combination of Uber and Airbnb. Musk went on to say that Tesla owners would have the choice to purchase a robotaxi from the company's fleet. A completely autonomous car that would dominate the ride-sharing market is being developed as part of the robotaxi program. Thousands of Tesla vehicles are currently returning to the lot. There is no better time than now. There has never been more of a desire for EVs. Nevertheless, analysts predict that the robotaxi and other cutting-edge Tesla goods will enable the company to reach $10 trillion in the future. The company is preparing for the majority of the challenges it anticipates in the future, including automating factories and creating self-driving cars through the use of vertical integration, converting all cars to electric vehicles, and turning the grid entirely green through the use of solar power and battery packs, among many other initiatives. Of course, Tesla's EV business, which is presently its primary driver, is one of its biggest opportunities. The number of electric vehicles sold in the global market in 2021 was 4.6 million, which indicates that 6.6% of all cars sold in that year were EVs. The global auto industry is predicted to reach 90 million units annually if it expands at a respectable 3.5 CAGR between 2020 and 2030. By 2030, the EU wants to see 50% of vehicles be electric, EVs, which is in line with most public projections. Experts predict that in the far future, Tesla may become the first business to have a market valuation of $10 trillion US dollars. Many predict that by 2030, Tesla will be able to build 20 million cars, or roughly 20% of global auto sales, citing radical advances like AI and Optimus robotaxi. As a result, Tesla will have a 20% market share and rank among the largest corporations in the world with plenty of room to develop. If Tesla does manage to deliver 20 million cars at the projected profit of $50,000 per vehicle, that's a $1 trillion profit annually. Demand for Tesla vehicles is currently greater than it has ever been. One expert noted that there have only ever been supply problems with Tesla products, never demand problems. Tesla is experiencing unheard of demand because it takes some time for customers to receive their automobile delivery. Demand for Tesla is significantly more than anticipated a few years ago, according to everyone I know at Tesla and with whom I could talk about that subject. Because of how common electric vehicles are, market shares for Tesla and its rivals will primarily depend on how quickly they can increase production, said Wall Street analyst Pierre Ferragu. Actually, there have been numerous signs that Tesla is seeing high demand despite the substantial price rise for its electric vehicles this year. When petrol prices increased earlier this year, there were rumors that Tesla's order rate in the US skyrocketed to all-time highs. For certain model variations, Tesla even ceased accepting orders due to excessive backlogs. Ferragu has set a price objective of $530 for Tesla shares as of late August, which is a considerable increase from the stock's current value of $275 per share. In the long run, Ferragu even believes Tesla might be valued $10 trillion by 2030, although it is predicated on the company meeting its target of producing 20 million electric cars annually by then. That is around 4 times Apple's current valuation, for contrast. Although some were extremely cautious and predicted that Tesla may be a $10 trillion corporation in 20 years, other experts agreed with Pierre Ferragu's assessment that the company is worth $10 trillion. A significant disparity in time frame, particularly given Ferragu's belief that it will be feasible by the end of the decade. Granted, as some may think, that may be a bit overly optimistic. Conversely, some experts think Tesla is well positioned to become the first firm in the far future to have a market capitalization of $10 trillion. It was suggested that a number of radical improvements were the root reason of this anticipated significant advancement. Tim Davies of Holland Global Investments, next generation asset manager, and Web 3.0 data storage provider, stated that Tesla is on the path to becoming a $10 trillion US dollar company and beyond, despite the fact that the company has undoubtedly made some very significant innovations, such as the robotaxi and humanoid robot Optimus, to name a few. Bond, later in 2021, Poland carried out a special analysis of Tesla's prospects, which included creating a 30-year demand forecast for sales of electric vehicles worldwide, which showed a significant upside in the company's stock. He predicts that Tesla will rule a sizable EV industry over the next 30 years. Davies claims that as production capacity and profit margins increase, Tesla will be able to keep lowering the cost of EVs and gaining market share at the expense of conventional automakers who were slow to adopt the technology. Furthermore, the study demonstrated how Tesla is the only company to combine solar energy, battery storage, and electric vehicle EV transportation into a single product, providing a Sydney family of four with a cumulative savings of $70,000 Australian dollars over the course of 25 years in photovoltaic PV, electricity, and fuel expenses. This covers the cost of 2 Tesla cars over a 25-year period. According to Davies' projection, Tesla will produce more than 34 million vehicles annually starting in 2004 and reaching a peak of 45.6 million in 2049. The company expects to generate over $3 trillion in revenue annually from the sale of cars, software updates, and energy systems starting in 2047. Additionally, starting in 2037, Tesla will produce $500 billion in free cash flow annually, and starting in 2047, it will surpass $1 trillion in US dollars annually. According to Davies, Tesla will distribute $5 trillion to shareholders over the course of the next 30 years, with regular share buybacks starting in 2035 and shareholder dividends beginning in 2025. Nevertheless, he thinks that by 2050, Tesla will have accumulated a long-term investment portfolio valued at more than $10 trillion. Once more, such a jump from the timelines of other specialists. Tesla has been able to demonstrate steady progress in terms of production, deliveries, and profits, even though automakers all over the world are having difficulty obtaining parts and producing cars. Even while Tesla frequently raises the price of all of its models, customers continue to place orders far faster than the company can fulfill them. When you consider that petrol prices have skyrocketed and that most competitors' models are hard to buy, Tesla is in a very advantageous position. Indeed, Tesla claims that it will eventually deliver its promised Cybertruck pickup, Roadster, and Semi, as well as maybe an autonomous taxi and humanoid robot, despite depending on 4 models for its explosive development. With just 4 models available in its lineup, the Model S midsize sedan, Model X midsize crossover, Model 3 compact sedan, and Model Y compact crossover, Tesla has accomplished impressive growth in recent years. Experts predict a massive increase in Tesla sales and stock price upon the arrival of the Semi, Cybertruck, and Roadster. Analysts at UBS believe that Tesla has a stronger future than before. To receive trillions more updates on Tesla stock, subscribe to this channel.